Hello and welcome to Weird Words of the Day, brought to you by Language Culture and Dr. Lou. And again, I've got two weird words for you because I feel like here every day is a good day to learn a new weird word or two, even better. And so, why does the little smiley face there have heart eyes and everything? and part, which is not the normal, but I thought it was extra cute in honor of one of the first weird words of the day, the first one anyway, cutesy-poo. So cutesy-poo, of course, is an adjective, and accubation, the other weird word of the day, is a noun. And I will tell you, well, what each of them means and where they come from and all that. And so, first, let's talk about cutesy poo. And so, cutesy poo, like I said, this is an adjective. It's an adjective we use to describe someone or something when we find them sickeningly cute, right? Ridiculously cute, so cute, it's unbelievable. So that is the adjective cutesy poo. Myself, I sometimes also use this as a noun, like someone or something is a little cutesy poo. Um, but technically, it's an adjective that, of course, comes from American English. So if you're an American English speaker, you probably already know this word and what it means. And so let's think of an example. I guess the most cutesy poo fictional character I can think of, I can imagine, is from Gremlins. Gizmo, right? The little Mogwai who, well, he kind of started all the trouble. Uh, but he's so darn cute, it's easy to just forget or overlook the fact that he can metamorphosize into something very scary like a gremlin who's going to be out to get you. But when he's Gizmo there, he's super adorable. And of course, that's why I included a picture from the scene where he's driving a little car. That was adorable as heck, him saving the day by driving a little car. I think it was like a Barbie dream car or something. But anyway, um, and so, in my opinion, anyway, Gizmo here is super cutesy poo. And if you don't agree with me, because some people may, you know, find him to be a weird little creature, I don't know, or maybe just knowing what he can turn into. So that's why I don't feed him after midnight. Um, so, what else could we call cutesy poo? Well, let's ask Elmo. For one, Elmo the Muppet comes to mind when I think of Cutesy Poo. And I think, if we went to Elmo's world, he might agree that a lot of these other things on the screen, all the other pictures are very Cutesy Poo. For example, you've got Wicket, the um what were they called from Return of the Jedi? The Ewoks, I think. They were all little, very primitive people and uh, fought with spears and bows and arrows and slingshots and stones. But it was a pretty cute thing when all the Ewoks are using their slingshots and stones, and the stormtroopers are all using their lasers, but the Ewoks are winning. Anyway, but Wicket there is, yeah, in my opinion, the cutest one. And so, what else is cutesy poo? What about that stuffed animal that's a puppy wearing a unicorn wearing unicorn pajamas. That can easily be described as cutesy poo, and I'm sure Emma would agree with that. And why he's freaking out so much about how cutesy poo everything is around him right now, that's clear on his face, is those little red pandas in the pictures right below me, especially the one way in the bottom. I think he or she is the most cutesy poo little thing ever. And again, yeah, the red pandas. So if you're from North America, you might be thinking, hey, they look kind of like raccoons or kind of like foxes, but no, they're pandas, red pandas, and they're adorable. So adorable that I would call them cutesy poo. And so, getting over the cuteness of all that, we have another weird word today, which is accubation. Where does accubation come from? It comes from Latin. There was a verb in Latin meaning to recline or to lie down, and that's where this word comes to English from. And so, what does it describe? It describes eating while lying down, like we can see in any of these pictures. And it's interesting that we use the word from Latin for it because the illustrations there, I mean, there are the two women who are eating on their beds, and that's more modern version, like, right, you're laying down on the couch or a bed, watching Netflix and snacking on something. And but the other illustrations, these are typical illustrations of Roman times where it was very much part of the culture to eat while lying down, even while at table. So especially that's when accubation applies, is when you're eating while lying down while you're eating at the table, right? And that is very much like you can see in the illustrations, the one furthest down the page. Yeah, they were literally lying down or while eating their dinners and eating at the table. And so to me, it's interesting that English kept this little word, well, got it from Latin and held on to it. Because it's not really the culture in the same way, but many of us do snack. We eat and drink while lying down instead of being totally upright, which, by the way, is not very good for your digestion. Or so I've heard anyway. Anyway, so that's accubation, which is a funny word for the fact that it exists. Like, why would we have a word to describe people eating while lying down? I guess because it's something that people do, and maybe all the way since ancient Rome. And so that was accubation. So those were our weird words of the day, cutesy poo and accubation. And so when I think of accubation, I think of ancient Rome and this particularly interesting part of their culture. And of course, cutesy poo. For me, I think Gizmo or Elmo or anything that is so cute. It just, you can't just help but go, "Aw," you know? Anyway, so thanks again for watching my weird words. And I really appreciate everybody who gives the video a thumbs up and who watches until the very end. So thank you very much for watching until the end, because here we are. Please don't forget the thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it so much. And so now I am off to work on my next video. And so until then, have a great rest of your day. And I will see you around next time. Bye bye.